From First Alert 7 News, with studios in Midland and Odessa, you're watching Wake Up West Texas.
Extra, good morning to you, and thank you so much for waking up with us on this Tuesday morning. So glad to have you with us starting off the morning. This morning is flying by.
It kind of is, actually.
The show flew by. The main show, Wake Up West Texas on TV, flew by. We're so glad to have you here with us, streaming with us live. You can take us with you wherever you go. The grocery store, you set us up at work. That's my favorite idea. Is someone is in their cubicle, because a lot of places have cubicles.
Yeah.
And you have your phone set up. And if you have a folding phone like this, you can set it like this and watch us live on your desk. Or
most people don't have a folding phone.
What a
Matthew
flex that was. I
Alvarez.
know.
You can just do,
Yes, there you go, the mug.
This.
There you go. And say, look, that's Sawyer in her forecast. You can keep an eye on the forecast because today, we'll get to it in just a few minutes because I want to do a few things first. We have some rain out there. Mm-hmm. How fun is that? So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But like I said, first we want to get to our polls of the day. Our producer works very hard on these polls. I love them because I don't even bother checking them.
No, he does a great job, and we absolutely have no idea what he comes up with.
Which is more fun to me.
Yeah, it is really fun.
Because we don't know what's going to come up. So let's see.
As well, but
would you make a good Olympic curler? I'm not the most athletic man in the world. I know that's a surprise to everyone.
On my end, it says coming soon. So just a note for our director.
Oh, it's not live. Okay, I should
I
think I can do that from here.
Yes,
Sorry,
I can't vote yet. I love curling in the Olympics. I think it's so funny. I think
it looks funny. Yeah.
I think the fact that most people that get into it are literally 40-year-old men who are retired, have nothing better to do with their lives. Not saying, that's not a dig at anybody that does curling.
No, of course. No.
But, and they're just like, let me join this and let me try it out. And then they get really good and go to the Olympics. And it's just like,
I love that they're able to achieve something. Truly, age is just a number.
Yes.
I'm voting right now to make sure this is live. I put yes, I got this. It should be 100% of the vote.
All right,
there it is. Okay. Now you can go vote at firstalert7.com/vote. Scan that QR code on your screen. Get involved. There's a very nice tab at the top of our website. It says vote. That's all you have to do. Go to our website, click on vote, and there's our polls for the day. What a great question. Would you make a good Olympic curler? Because we're going to be talking about that a little bit later on as well.
Speaking of Olympics, and I don't want to get too much into this because I know it's a thing, but what other Olympic event would you like to try, Matthew?
Winter or summer?
Winter, since we're in the Winter Olympics.
Is the shooting, the one where you shoot the guns, is that winter?
Yes, it's in both. It's in winter and summer.
And so that's marksmanship, right?
It's in a biathlon, triathlon, something.
Okay.
So you have to ski, I don't know if you have to bicycle in this one. You have to ski, you have to shoot, and then you have to do one other thing.
That's
I don't remember
neat.
what, but
yes.
yes.
I'm thinking of the one where that meme came from, where the guy is like...
Yeah. That's Summer Olympics, and that's
okay.
That's literally just
that would be my
shooting.
Go-to. I think marksmanship. That would be very interesting. A shooting sport of some sort.
We think that guy should try the Winter Olympics, one with the skiing, and then do the shooting too.
That would be cool. Archery would be one.
Yes,
something of that. Probably not anything in the athletic department. Maybe bobsledding.
Okay.
Is that a good answer? We'll go with that.
Bobsledding is cool. I love bobsledding, of course. Cool runnings. The Jamaican bobsled team, they have both the men's and women's bobsled team this year. I believe the Jamaican woman, or the woman who's competing for Jamaica in bobsled, at least that I've seen, I believe she trains here in the U.S. because
Very
there's
cool.
only,
Okay.
I think there's only 6 luge bobsled tracks around the world, and I think this is from what I heard the other day on the Olympics is that 4 of them are in Germany, and then there's one in Park City, Utah.
Okay.
And then there's one somewhere else.
Okay.
And so a lot of the that's why the Germans are really good. The people from the Netherlands, because they're all kind of pretty close, and they're already there. But yeah, bobsled would be fun. Luge and skeleton. Skeleton's terrifying. I think if you do skeleton, you are
a different kind of human.
There
you go.
Why would you want to go down an ice track at 70 miles per hour head first?
Yes.
By yourself on a sled? Good for you.
And they've had incidents, I believe.
There have been deaths.
Yes.
For me, I would love to do ice skating. I've always loved skating. Ironically, growing up in Olympic City, USA, in Colorado Springs, I never got into skating. I mean, I do love to skate, but I never did lessons or anything. But even our pairs team is from Colorado Springs, both of them.
Oh, okay.
Ellie Cam and Danny O'Shea.
Yes.
Both from Colorado Springs. So
his name is Danny O'Shea?
Yes, and he's bald.
Oh, okay. Because Danny O'Shea is like from the Little Giants movie in the 90s, sports movie. Very Jacob reference of me, but I
have
love
no
that movie.
idea.
If you know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comment section. Danny O'Shea is one of the characters. I can't remember who it's played by. I see his face. I'm just pulling up the comment section in case you're commenting anything below. Let us know.
Danny O'Shea.
Little Giants. Lauren Munt asks, are you ready for the curling gold medal match, Sawyer?
Yes, I am. It is Corey and Corey.
Corey and Corey.
It's the Coreys. So there's a Corey with a K, Corey with a C.
Oh, the Coreys. Okay, yes, I've heard of them. Yes, okay.
And they're both from Duluth,
on the Olympics,
Minnesota.
Yes.
It is the first time that a woman has been to the gold medal match for curling, at least in the mixed teams. So it's mixed, so it's men and women.
It's the first time a lady has gone that.
Yes.
Wow, awesome.
And I think they're both pretty young. They're like in their 20s, I believe. So good for them. They are playing against the Netherlands, I want to say today.
Okay.
So love the Olympics. I will be watching. Lauren
the
loves
world
curling
is
as
watching,
well.
yes, for
Maybe
sure.
she can come on later and talk about the curling. Who plays?
She definitely has gotten into it, I can tell. She's talked about it quite a bit.
Are you sure Danny O'Shea?
Danny O'Shea in the Little Giants movie?
Rick Moranis?
Yes, yeah, that's his name, yes.
Who plays the guy in like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
Yes,
Yeah,
yep,
he's
same
in
guy.
Little Shop of
Glasses,
Horrors. Yes.
curly hair.
Yes, okay.
Great actor, by the way.
Yes.
Love him. That's who I'm thinking of. So thank you for looking that up.
I thought you meant a kid. I was like,
No,
this is a
I'm
kid?
sorry. I should explain. He's the dad of one of the
Okay,
of the main
that makes sense.
character.
I was like,
What's her name? She's in. It's okay. I'm not going to go down this path here, but it's a great movie. I invite you to see it.
all right, we'll do a quick iCam tour.
Yes.
That's where we're going. We're going to
Back
go
on track.
to Duluth, Minnesota after this. We're going to Pecos first. Pecos looking nice. Kind of busy
does.
out there this
Little bit,
morning.
yeah.
I was looking at the iCam earlier, and there were a lot of people on the interstate, on the frontage roads back there. Really busy on this Tuesday morning. You know, it was kind of dead yesterday morning because most people probably took the day off, but
I bet they did. After Super Bowl 60.
all right, now let's head to Duluth. We went here earlier in the show. Nope, that's not Duluth. That's definitely Michigan. Hold on. That's Wisconsin. There we
All
go.
beautiful
There's
parts of the country.
Duluth. I promise I've been to Duluth.
Good
Okay.
morning, Christopher Cavanaugh and Marilyn Smith. Good morning.
Hello.
Our awesome viewers.
Look at this, Matthew. It looks so pretty. This is Duluth,
Gorgeous.
Minnesota. Of course, this is Lake Michigan, not Lake Michigan, Lake Superior.
Lake Superior,
I'm looking
okay.
at the wrong
One of the Great Lakes.
Lake.
Yeah.
Yes. And then we talked about it, the bridge in the background. Actually, we have a zoomed in shot of the bridge. So give me 1 second.
Oh, they have multiple cameras on this bridge. Okay, that's great.
Is a drawbridge,
Mm-hmm.
and it's super cool. I never see it up, sadly, when we like look at the
I
cameras.
bet you that's a rare sign. They probably have times and when it's manned and all that.
Yeah, so you know they have the ships coming in from the Great Lake, and then I think
It's fascinating the amount of cargo that actually goes through the Great Lakes, the Mississippi River. It's fascinating stuff. How much cargo goes through there.
let me look. Sorry.
Which is why they have to have such a high capacity
Okay,
and
both of
height
these
level.
shots look exactly the same, aside from like
So the exact same shot. Okay.
slightly.
Okay. So they're
It's, like,
literally on top
down
of each
the
other.
Island,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But sometimes it's zoomed in on the bridge.
This
But
is
the
a good
bridge
shot,
really
too.
Cool. So that is where the Coreys are from, Duluth, Minnesota.
Fantastic.
And of course, you know, a lot of curlers are from Minnesota, Wisconsin, North Dakota, South Dakota.
It's their part of the country where they know best.
I don't really know why, quite honestly. Like, obviously, like, yes, ice, but you can do curling pretty much anywhere.
Even here, because
because
ice rink. We even had an ice rink here, yeah.
Yeah.
at one
so,
time.
and you can do it indoors, but maybe it's just because, I don't know, because it's so cold outside that they have to do stuff inside to skate.
True,
Or
okay.
Not skate, but
Curling
do
is just a fascinating thing to watch, and you know, we invite you to take a look at it. Maybe it's something you'd be interested in. I've watched it since I was little. And I'm like, wow, what are they sweeping? But it makes sense. There's a science to it. The way they're melting the ice in front of it, adding to give it less friction,
yes.
and then adding friction as it gets closer to those markings on the ice.
Yes, the rings. I guess, is
Oversimplified, mind you.
what you would call. All right, well, we are a little bit over this morning, so let's head into weather to start off. Wake Up West Texas Extra. It is raining across portions of the region as we do start off the day. Of course, it is rather dry in spots, so we may not be seeing all of this rainfall actually hitting the ground. But here's a look at that live radar this morning and observed rainfall so far today. We picked up rainfall in Fort Stockton, Marfa, and Presidio so far. Here's a look at those temperatures. It is mild this morning. 50s and 60s across the region, 61 in Midland, 56 here in Odessa. Winds are relatively light, and as we continue through the day, expect more rain and even some potential thunderstorms this afternoon and evening. Only a few rumbles of thunder or two, nothing, widespread, but more rain than anything as we head through the day. Then conditions will clear out heading into Wednesday. Temperatures will be a little bit cooler than we have been seeing, with highs into the 50s and 60s and 70s as well. 71 for Midland and Odessa today. But like I mentioned, a little bit cooler across the region, especially than yesterday. Here's a look at that First Alert 7-10-day forecast, where we are going to see things cooler for Wednesday, warming up Thursday ahead of another system that looks to bring slightly cooler temperatures and more rain chances back to the forecast Friday and into the weekend as well.
Sawyer, thank you very much. Now for a look at your morning extra on this Tuesday, headlines you need to know to start your day. We'll begin tracking crime in XTRA County, where 4 juveniles were arrested after stealing a car and leading police on a chase. This happened earlier this week. The sheriff's office says it began as a traffic stop, but the 16-year-old driver took off. During the pursuit, DPS found out the vehicle was stolen. The chase came to an end here at West County and 24th, where we have video of. The 16-year-old driver then ran away, leading police on another chase before he was quickly captured and arrested. 3 other juveniles who were in the vehicle were also arrested. The investigation is now underway as authorities determine what charges will be filed against those involved. Also in XTRA County, deputies have arrested 2 people following a shooting that happened Saturday night just before 11 p.m. on Southwest Cliff and Blanco Drive. Deputies say they were called in reference to a gunshot and were told about a possible suspect vehicle. When they got there, they found the vehicle and the passenger took off on foot, but was quickly arrested as well. The passenger, Abraham Del Hierro, is now facing charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, evading arrest and detention, and theft of a firearm. The driver, Debiito Diana, was arrested on outstanding traffic warrants and has been released to ICE. The gunshot victim was taken to the hospital, where they're reported to be in stable condition. The investigation remains ongoing. In Midland, there was a fire yesterday evening. Crews arrived to find a smoke billowing from a home on Pennsylvania Avenue near South Tyler Street. 1 person was taken to Midland Memorial Hospital because of smoke inhalation. 1 other person was displaced from the residence. The cause of the smoke is under investigation. A rollover crash killed 1 and injured 4 Sunday night in Winkler County. Texas DPS saying a 13-year-old girl was driving a pickup truck when it crashed, killing 1 boy and injuring several other teenagers. Investigators say 3 13-year-old girls and 2 14-year-old boys were all in the pickup truck driving on County Road 201 just around 11 p.m. DPS says the truck veered off the road, and when the driver tried to get back on the road, the truck rolled over. Officials say 1 of the 14-year-old boys was thrown from the truck and died. The other 4 teens were all taken to the hospital, including the driver, who was taken to Lubbock. DPS says only 1 of the kids was actually wearing their seatbelt when the crash happened. This is all under investigation. Winkler ISD released a statement after this tragedy saying, quote, "Our hearts are heavy. We are grieving the loss of 1 of our students following a tragic car accident, and several other students are being evaluated for various injuries. We ask for your privacy and peace for those families as they navigate the days ahead," end quote. Counselors are available on campus for students or staff. Wink Loving ISD also accepting food or drink donations for the family of the boy that died to help them. Donations will be gathered at the Wink Community Center. In Gaines County this morning, a crash there killed 1 person and injured another Sunday morning. Investigators saying a Ford pickup truck was on County Road 105 when officials say the driver ran the stop sign at the intersection with County Road 104. The truck then crashed with a Chevy pickup truck. The passenger of the Chevy was taken to the Seminole Hospital and later pronounced dead. The driver of the Chevy was taken to the hospital in Lubbock and is in serious condition. The crash is currently under investigation. Texas DPS says a woman was killed after she was hit by an 18-wheeler while riding an e-bike in Midland. This happened around Friday or 7:30 in the evening. Investigators say 63-year-old Tamara Cates was riding an e-bike on Business 20 Service Road near County Road 1103. DPS says an 18-year-old was a driver behind an 18-wheeler was driving behind her and crashed into the bike. Cates was pronounced dead at the scene as well. Midland Memorial Hospital has announced a temporary diversion of all trauma surgeries effective immediately due to temporary issues with sterilization equipment. Trauma patients requiring surgery will be taken to alternate facilities by ambulance during this time. Hospital staff are actively working to repair the sterilizers, and the situation is being closely monitored. Scheduled surgeries at Midland Memorial will be continued unless otherwise notified. The hospital is also temporarily closing to out-of-county surgical patient transfers as well. scam alert this morning. The city of Midland warning about fraudulent emails that ask for your money. The city says the emails appear to come from the city of Midland, specifically Development Services Planning and Zoning. This is a fake domain. They say that any official emails will end in @midlandtexas.gov. If you receive a fake email, do not click any links or open attachments. A traffic alert now in Midland, where a lane is closed on Garfield between Haynes and Winchester. As you can see on this map, it runs right alongside Midland College's campus. The city says utility work is being done in this area, and the lane closure itself will last until Monday, February 16th. Get ready for Shrimp Fest at the Ellen Noel Art Museum February 23rd. The event features all-you-can-eat shrimp, live music, and a silent auction, all benefiting the museum's educational programs. Tickets are available at the door for $55, and if you don't make it, don't worry, we'll be live out there at the Ector County Coliseum. We hope you'll join us. And that, thank you for bearing with me, was the morning extra for today. That was a lot of reading, can you imagine? You can find all the latest news, weather, and sports by logging on to firstalert7.com, our mobile news app, or by following our Facebook page. We're taking a live look outside this morning over the beautiful skies of Duluth, Minnesota. Isn't that just a beautiful sight there? Meteorologist Roy McElroy will rejoin us with a look at our forecast here at home next on Wake Up West Texas Extra. And a reminder to download our app on your TV, smartphone, or tablet. Stay with us.
Now from the First Alert 7 Weather Center, here's meteorologist Sawyer McElroy.
Good morning and happy Tuesday, everybody. Here's a look at those First Alert weather headlines, where we are going to see mostly cloudy skies with rain showers and even a rumble of thunder or two as we head through the day. A touch cooler for the midweek behind a cold front and that rain that we are looking at for today, with more late week rain and thunderstorm chances on the way. Temperatures heading through the week are going to be above normal for this time of year, especially come Thursday with 15-degree above normal temperatures, 78 degrees for that high temperature. Here's a look at our 3-day precipitation chances heading into the weekend, Friday and into Saturday as well, but those best chances going to be on Friday night. Looking at live radar, like I mentioned, we are seeing some rain across portions of the region this morning, but it is also a little dry, so maybe not making its way to the ground for all of this rainfall, but we have received measurable rainfall in Fort Stockton, Marfa, and Presidio. Temperatures across the state are mild for the most part, anywhere from the 40s to the 60s. 59 currently at Midland International Air and Spaceport, and winds starting to pick up, especially across the Panhandle. 21 miles per hour for Amarillo currently, sitting at 7 at Midland International Air and Spaceport. And we are looking to see that rain continuing as we head through the day. For our travelcast for the Midland Odessa area, about 60% chance of showers for our Tuesday. High today of 71, so a little bit cooler than yesterday, but still above normal for this time of year. overnight of 44. And here's a look at what to expect if you are traveling anywhere across the state. Here's a look at that First Alert 7-10 day forecast, where we are going to see things a little bit cooler for our Wednesday behind the rain and a little bit of a front. Overall, though, temperatures will be above normal as we continue throughout the rest of the week.
Very nice forecast, an inspiring forecast in my opinion, because it looks like springtime is ahead of us. But again, we could be knocked back down, literally slapped back down, if you will, by the end of February.
I hope so. I really do. It's too warm. You know, this weekend was nice, and it was nice.
It was.
With
It was
the
beautiful.
Super Bowl. You know, people got to get outside. You know, we didn't have any grilling at our party, but you could have, you know, fired up the grill, made some hot dogs.
I thought about that.
I have hot dogs in my fridge. I was very tempted to buy buns.
Jacob
and be
really wanted us inside
grill.
present, and so, but I was like, I wanted it off because I didn't care to watch anything really, so I could have grilled some hot dogs or something.
No, we should have been outside,
we should have went
cornhole
outside
or something, yeah.
That's true. I didn't
However,
think
I
about
don't
that.
think his dogs would have been happy with that.
No, not with you for sure.
No, they were mad at me to begin with.
Sawyer, yes, very interesting lore there. One of Jacob's dogs is not here for Sawyer.
No, he's not my friend, and it's sad because there's no reason.
Because you and Jacob are so
to
close.
Not be my friend.
That how
Honestly,
could that happen?
I think Jacob is feeding him lies, and that's why the dog does not like me.
He comes home and slanders your name.
That's him, yes.
You wouldn't believe that Sawyer during the noon newscast. She just went over her time, didn't tell me.
Kept giggling and whatever, but it's fine. No, we are friends. I miss him.
I do too.
The noon yesterday went really well.
Good.
So
that's good.
I will see him in 5 hours.
5 hours. Okay, we'll be there. Be sure to tune in, by the way. Thank you so much for joining us. We have quite the audience this morning. Good to have you with us on this Tuesday morning. We're making our way through the work week. In case you're wondering, this is Wake Up West Texas Extra. It's a more behind-the-scenes, laid-back version. You actually get to see the people who do the news, because we talk about things here that we don't get to talk about on the air. We talk about ourselves, our lives, but also the important headlines for you. And I have a very special one I want to share out of Midland. The Salvation Army announced the winner of their First Responder Red Kettle Challenge yesterday, and it was the Midland Fire Department. Woo. For the past 3 years, the Salvation Army's held these friendly competitions between fire, police, and Crime Stoppers for the past couple of years. All of them are, by the way, incredible agencies in the community. They all competed to raise the most money in the Red Kettle Challenge in one single day. And Midland Fire Department came out on top as the reigning champions, continuing their streak, and they got presented their third-year trophy.
Nice.
It was just neat to be out there, you know, seeing people just in everyday life, being able to collect money for charity and do something good. Feels pretty cool to beat the cops.
This year, the fire department surprised the two other agencies by over 3 times the amount, raising over $2,300. Both the Midland Police Department and Midland IC Crime Stoppers each raised over $700 in their kettles.
It's a major fundraiser for us to help support the different programs we have, whether it be Shelter or Feed the Homeless. We also have the document program, several different programs that we have throughout the year that we would not be able to have if it weren't for the donations we receive in the Red Kettles.
The Salvation Army will use every cent that they raise right here in our community, which is so cool because when you walk up to a Red Kettle, you're putting in money in directly, and that money doesn't go anywhere. It stays right here in the Salvation Army, and you saw during the winter storm specifically how much that helps in those instances.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people had to go to the shelters at the Salvation Army, at other shelters across the community, and that is your money going right back into your community to help out people in need, you know, with hot meals, blankets, jackets, whatever. And, you know, of course, we had Tom's Coats, and that benefited the Salvation Army. So just a lot of good work being done here in the community. And, you know, I used to love doing that when I was a kid. I'd save up my money from my piggy bank and then put it in a Ziploc bag and take it and drop it into the Red Kettle.
That's awesome. That's wonderful. And you brought up a good point there, is a lot of us don't carry cash anymore. I'm one of those folks. I don't carry cash. And, you know, when I do, or if I get cash back maybe to donate, that's the only thing I can do. But luckily, the Salvation Army is adding tap and pay features on their signs. So that has been huge. Hopefully that becomes more prevalent moving forward.
Yes.
So really good to see that. Something else that's good to see is more food locations, more restaurants, fast food locations in Midland, Odessa. We like variety, and that's what we're getting with this location. It's called Small Sliders. We actually have one already operational in Midland. I have been not able to go there because the lines have been long.
There's a couple of places in Midland we want to go check out for food places.
We definitely got to
that
get
have
off the
opened
list.
Recently.
Luckily, Sawyer, this one is a lot closer. This one's Small Sliders in Odessa. This is off 56th and Faudrey. Familiar with that area. We got video of this yesterday. They dropped a can. These are called cans, which is quite funny. And they had a can drop over the weekend, which is a groundbreaking ceremony by Small Sliders. They're expected to open very soon, planning a big expansion across Midland, Odessa, and all of the Permian Basin, which is awesome to hear. We appreciate their investment in our community. I think that's really wonderful. But also, another spot where the demand can also be split up between Midland and Odessa, because I know the lines have been really long in Midland, which is a good sign for that business and all businesses who come to Midland, Odessa.
Well, we love our sliders out here in West Texas.
Oh,
you
yes,
know,
we do.
curbside, one are
Awesome, too.
grub games, so just a different variety of sliders out here.
Good to have. We're going to take a moment now for a news and weather update for our viewers on First Alert 7, CBS on TV. So don't go anywhere. Wake Up West Texas Extra continues in just a moment.
From First Alert 7 News, this is a Wake Up West Texas news and weather update.
Morning, everyone. Time now is 7:26 on this Tuesday. I'm Matthew Alvarez here alongside meteorologist Sawyer McRoy. Sawyer, good morning. How's it looking?
Yeah, good morning, Matthew. We are dealing with some rain across portions of the region as we start off our day. Here's a live look at radar this morning. Of course, not all of this moisture is making its way to the ground, so looking more impressive than it actually is. But we have seen some measurable rainfall in Fort Stockton, Marfa, and Presidio so far today. Here's a live look outside over the skies of Fort Stockton, where it does not look actively raining, but still rather gloomy as we do start off the day. Temperatures currently ranging from the 40s to the 60s across the region this morning, so it is rather mild. 61 currently in Midland, 56 here in Odessa, and we are seeing relatively light winds so far, anywhere from being calm to about 10 miles per hour. Temperatures today will be a little bit cooler under that cloud cover, a little bit of a front approaching our area, and that rainfall as well. 71 for Midland and Odessa, 65 for Fort Stockton, 64 for Pecos and Monahans, 69 for Presidio. Coming up tonight, we are looking to see those showers continuing into the early nighttime hours and clearing out after midnight. Lows a little bit cooler than we're seeing this morning, into the 30s and 40s heading into Wednesday. And here's a look at that future cast as we head through today, just kind of timing out what we could be seeing with that rainfall for our Tuesday and into Wednesday. Here's a look at that First Alert 7 10-day forecast, where we are going to see things a little bit cooler for Wednesday behind a cold front and that rainfall from today. So about 65 for a high tomorrow. Then a little bit warmer Thursday ahead of another cool down. Another system this weekend that does look to bring more rain and thunderstorm chances to the forecast as well.
Sawyer, thank you very much. We begin tracking crime in Ector County, where deputies have arrested 2 people following a shooting. It happened Saturday night, just before 11 p.m. on Southwest Cliff near Blanco Drive. Deputies say they were called in reference to a gunshot and were told about a possible suspect vehicle. When they found the vehicle, the passenger ran off on foot but was quickly captured and arrested. The passenger, Abraham Del Hierro, is now facing charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, evading arrest and detention, and theft of a firearm. The driver, Debido Oriano, was arrested on outstanding traffic warrants and has been released to ICE. The gunshot victim was taken to the hospital, where they're reported to be in stable condition. The investigation is ongoing. We are your first alert on a fire that happened in Midland yesterday evening as crews arrived to a home to find smoke billowing from it on Pennsylvania Avenue near South Tyler Street. One person was taken to Midland Memorial Hospital due to smoke inhalation, and one other person was displaced from the home. The cause of the smoke is under investigation. We'll have another check of the news and weather in just half an hour. In the meantime, go to Facebook Live, First Alert 7. Join us for Wake Up West Texas Extra, our YouTube channel, and on FirstAlert7.com. Make it a great Tuesday.
From First Alert 7 News, with studios in Midland and Odessa, you're watching Wake Up West Texas.
Extra, good morning to you. Half past the hour, 7:31 on this Tuesday morning. That's the official Extra sign. I like it.
Is. It's like,
hopefully it's universally a good thing. I don't know.
It might be not.
I mean,
good.
better than like
True. Yes.
Extra. I don't know.
I don't know. It's like crossing your arms. It's fine.
Yeah.
I would say.
Because there's also
we haven't. Don't do that.
Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda
One of my favorite.
He did that last week, and I
movies.
was like, no.
You're like, it might be trademark. So yeah, you're one of my favorite movies of all time, though. I will say,
Black Panther is a good movie.
fantastic movie. I mean, absolutely one of my favorites by far. I know that's a hot take because there's the Avengers series,
I do love the Avengers.
but
I'm
I don't know.
Avengers
Black
girly
Panther, that does it for me
through and
completely.
through.
We
Oh
love the
no.
Avengers.
My thing is glitching. That's not good.
Well, that's not good. While you figure that out, I want to hear what West Texas thinks about our polls that we have this morning.
Beautiful.
Let's take a look at what we have for you this morning. Do you have a favorite kind of shrimp dish? Because Shrimp Fest is coming up on Monday, February 23rd. You
Our
can get
producer is
tickets
so
there.
smart.
He's the best. He really is. Wow.
Matthew, you love shrimp.
Shrimp cocktail is my thing, but I love shrimp fried rice. I love everything on this entire board. Top pick for me is going to be shrimp cocktail, probably.
I was gonna say you literally had that for dinner the
Like
other day.
last
just
week,
as,
I
like,
think, yes.
dinner. And that's a little weird.
And I got that from my mom.
Oh, okay.
My mom and I both are just about obsessed with shrimp cocktail.
My parents both like shrimp. I don't like it. I think it's a texture thing.
It can be, yeah, especially if it's
coconut shrimp
overcooked.
or like fried shrimp. Like I'll get a good surf and turf, you know.
Oh, yes.
As long as it's fried. Coconut crusted shrimp is like my favorite.
Very good. With
and
a dip.
I will go to town on coconut crusted shrimp, like Bubba Gump.
I'm drinking my coffee and I got whipped cream on my nose
You did.
while Sawyer was looking at me.
Bubba Gump has really good coconut shrimp, and they have like a.
I've never
like
been
a-
there. Always miss it.
It's like a.
Linnell says shrimp cocktail. Good morning, Linnell.
What is it? It's like a sweet and sour like sauce that you dip your coconut shrimp in. It's fire. It's
Sounds
so
amazing.
good.
I love a
coconut
cocktail sauce. Well, obviously I'm a shrimp cocktail guy. So shrimp Alfredo, though, you can't go wrong with that.
shrimp. I do love pasta.
Do you think apes can play pretend? That was a story that
this
we
is a
got
new
to in our show, is that a study came out saying that certain types of apes can play pretend, kind of like kids do or us growing up as we play pretend. They were able to put cups together and act like they were pouring juice into one of the cups and ask the ape, hey, which one is they didn't say that, but they motioned somehow. Maybe sign language even. I know some of them know sign language. Which cup it has the juice in it, and they picked the right one. I'm not sure how conclusive that is, so I think I'm the no. They need more studies. We're at 80-20 right now, and I'm on the no category. I don't think they can play pretend right now, but I think they can imagine.
Okay.
I think that's different from playing pretend, in my opinion.
I went with yes, with them being able to play pretend. I do think there need to be more studies because, you know, it was just one study. As a scientist, you always have to have a control, you know, multiple reps for, you know, things to be valid. But, you know, I don't disagree that they can play pretend. You know, we were talking about it. Dogs can dream. You know, they have imaginations.
My dogs dream a lot.
Assume my dog makes like
Noises, right?
noises
And
when
twitches?
and twitches.
Yes.
Yes, I have videos of her.
One
I'll
time
show
my
you
dog
later.
scared him, so he woke up barking.
Oh.
And I said, what's wrong? Well, and obviously he didn't say anything back, but I mean, I was worried.
I hoped you were going to say he did. I was like, okay.
Okay, there's a problem there. You were dreaming.
No, yeah, Cozy does that too. She'll like her paws will twitch. I'm like, she's like conducting like a band or an
Like,
orchestra or something. Yeah, she's like
twitching.
Y'all can't see me, but it's
Yes.
fine. What is the best Valentine's Day gift? Of course, Valentine's Day coming up this Saturday. Chocolates, flowers, or jewelry. 100% say flowers. I agree. I am not a big chocolate. I do like chocolate, but I'm not a big like chocolates person.
I'm not either. Yeah, my dad is. Oh boy.
I don't know if it's just like the eating chocolate just like does not sound appealing. But yeah, I'm not a big chocolates person. Like my dad used to get me chocolates and I was like, Dad, stop getting me chocolates. Like get me something else. You know, obviously not. I was appreciative that he got me something, but they would literally just like sit in my room for months and months
wouldn't eat them.
and then go stale, and then I'd have to
Do you
throw
like
them away.
cordial cherries?
I love.
Me too.
I love cherries.
Me
That's a
too.
big thing about me. Like
I
I'll
do
literally
too.
sit, and y'all are gonna judge me, and buy a jar of maraschino cherries and just eat the maraschino cherries.
See how we share a lot on this show? That's definitely a thing.
You get to learn things about Matthew and me that
I
you
won't share that
may
about me.
Have never known.
You're not going to know what I sit and eat all the time.
I said y'all were gonna judge me. It's fine. And I've
So you sit with a jar?
I've watched how maraschino cherries are made, and it's disgusting.
Yes.
So like, I know it's gross, but I still just sit and eat, literally with a spoon and just scoop out maraschino cherries and eat maraschino cherries straight from the jar.
You know what I do with maraschino cherries?
Put them on sundaes?
Yes, and I put them in my Coke.
Oh, yeah.
I love to have a cherry Coke, like homemade, kind of put the syrup in there as well.
Well, and then sometimes I'll do that too. I'll have like Pepsi. Wait.
Darlene.
Hi, Darlene.
Good morning.
Hopefully you're enjoying learning some more lore about, well, mostly me.
Mostly Sawyer, yes. I don't overshare, at least here on the show. I'm just kidding. That's not even oversharing. I love maraschino cherries. I have definitely done that
but it's
before.
not oversharing.
Not really. It's sweet. I love maraschino cherries.
No, and it's always been like that. Like, I've loved maraschino cherries since I was a kid. You know, we'd have for Valentine's Day or whatever, like, what?
Linnell says chocolate-covered strawberries and a nice card is the way to go. That's the way to, when you take time to melt the chocolate, get the kisses in there or the chocolate chips, melt them out. We made some for New Year's Eve. I made some as well. Dip them and let them sit. They're homemade. There's nothing better than that.
I love it.
With a nice card.
Yeah,
you like a card. You appreciate cards.
I love cards. For Christmas, I love getting Christmas cards from people. You know, I save all my cards. I literally have like a Ziploc bag with cards from years
That's
and
so
years
nice.
and years ago. Birthday cards, Christmas cards, Valentine's cards. My parents will send me a card, so
I need
have
to
all
send
their
you a
cards
card.
from that. Or just set it on my desk. I don't care.
Or I guess I could see, instead
I
of
mean, I
mailing
would
it.
enjoy getting it in the mail. Even
It's fun to open the mail, except you don't check the mail often.
No, I don't. I literally
Like,
go
sorry,
like
I
a
said
month
that
and-
6 months ago.
No, if it's something important, like I got a card from our former producer for Christmas, and I went and checked
Yes.
it. and
Oh,
got
that's
the
nice.
mail,
I
so.
love that. And by the way, thanks for interacting with us. We can read the comments.
Thank you so much. We love
We're having a good time.
interaction. It helps move things along a little bit better.
Yeah.
Of course, take us with you. You can download the First Alert 7 app and watch us, of course, on Facebook and YouTube. Download it now, the app, on your connected TV, phone, or tablet. Start your mornings, of course, with Wake Up West Texas from 5 to 7, and then Wake Up West Texas Extra from 7 to 9 every weekday morning.
We have a great time here on Extra because during the Extra show, it's kind of tough to squeeze it in. We have to get the headlines. We have to start people's day on the television. And then we have here to relax, decompress, and also
And talk about maraschino cherries.
talk about maraschino cherries. Very, very good topic as well.
Yes.
Another topic that people want to talk about and want to know what you think. How was that halftime show in the Super Bowl, Bad Bunny? I thought it was pretty cool.
My thing is glitching again. It's fine.
Can we talk about the experience of the kids sleeping on the chairs at a wedding?
I don't feel like I have a say in that because that
You can have a say in that, Sawyer. You tell me you haven't fallen asleep on a chair during a wedding.
no, I've literally
Okay,
been
maybe that
like
is-
through 4 weddings in my life.
I was to say I haven't fallen asleep during. I've never even been to. I've probably been to one wedding, maybe when I was little, that I can remember. But mostly at quinceañeras and stuff like that. It was a good experience. It was a funny experience because a lot of families can relate to this. Is that you fall asleep at a party that's going so long into the night, and you're a kid there. I thought that was a funny reference during the Super Bowl
I've never
halftime
done
show.
that, but you know that's fine. But no, it was super cute, and apparently a lot of people can relate to that. You know, whether it was them or they've seen their family members do that. I think it was good. It was fun to see Pedro Pascal. You know, we were watching.
That was random.
He was at the casita, and I was like Pedro Pascal, and everybody was like, "That's not Pedro." And I was like, "Yes, it is," and it was. So
And it
fun.
was no direct. Like you had to know these folks to
Yeah,
be
you
able
had to kind of
pick
be
'em
looking.
out.
Like Jessica Alba was there as well. Alex Earl for some reason.
Yeah, that was interesting too. Now, something is up though with Bad Bunny today. There's something
Yeah.
going on. Apparently, hours after a Super Bowl halftime show, the Puerto Rican singer deleted almost all of his Instagram account, which I don't know, that'd be devastating to me. His posts are completely gone. He unfollowed everyone and even removed his profile. It looks like a default profile. The Grammy winner didn't give his 50 million followers any indication or notice as to what he's doing. Some are speculating he's about to make some sort of announcement, which if I am not the most into pop culture, who would have guessed, right? Isn't that a thing when they release an album? They do something like that with their profiles? Am I crazy?
They can. I mean, usually it's not deleting absolutely everything from it, but like Taylor Swift, of course, always, drops like hints in her pictures and stuff and has like a coercive like theme.
Yeah. That's true, yeah.
And
things change.
So it's a little odd, but he didn't fully delete his account because he could have deleted his account if he like truly
Which would have been
wanted to
huge.
get off of social media.
Right.
And he's kind of been in the news lately because of threats and stuff because he did
Because he did the Super Bowl halftime show, yeah.
And
He's gotten backlash for sure.
and gotten backlash. So I don't know if this is for an announcement or for some other reason, just to take a step back from social media. But even
Not
then,
a
you
bad
don't have
thing.
to delete your posts. But the fact that his account's still up seems a little interesting. Maybe he just wants to keep it.
I gotta get that hat. What is that? I can't tell, it's so dark.
You know, no, I'm not going to say that. We'll talk about that later.
Okay, sounds good to me. Selfies from space are about to become a thing. NASA has given astronauts permission to bring their smartphones with them on missions. I didn't know they couldn't, but I guess that makes sense. Also, I guess they can connect to internet because there is some sort of connection, I imagine, because they're able to
Starlink in space.
Probably, honestly, maybe so. Before now, they had to leave their devices at home and use NASA-approved cameras to take pictures. The new policy has already taken effect and applies to the next mission, which is a SpaceX flight to the International Space Station, so they can bring their phone with them. That could happen as soon as Thursday. Then next month, an anticipated Artemis 2 mission could launch, keyword could. The first lunar mission in more than 50 years will give human eyes their first look at it. Wait for it, Pink Floyd fans, The Dark Side of the Moon. Great reference there.
I wasn't here on Friday, of course. How did the mission last week, or the testing go?
It was okay. They had a small issue, and then they were able to address it, but it did result in them pushing the launch a little bit, which is why it's next month.
Okay.
As far as I remember. So I'm not sure of the details of the wet launch rehearsal as well, but I'm hoping everything goes very well. There was heat shield concerns. I don't want to get into that whole thing, but they said they have looked at every possibility. They wouldn't just send people up willy-nilly. And so we're going to trust in all of these people in next month. That's a lot of pressure.
I would say, I don't know. I feel like they've done that before, not to call out NASA, but like, I feel like
that's
they've done that before.
They cannot mess this up. If they want continued funding, if they want continued support, they have to get this right, of course. This is the furthest humans will ever have gone in space. And this is a historic thing. They may not be touching down on the moon, but really this is an even bigger achievement because we've already done that.
I don't know.
This is going past the moon.
I still want to go walk on the moon. I feel like, well.
So you would go, that was Ethan's question, would you go to the moon or Mars?
Heck yeah.
I would not.
I'd love to go to space. So
I would go up into the Kármán line, like Blue Origin, where I've been to the launch there. I would do that.
we're getting into more Sawyer lore again. I wanted to be an astronaut when I was a kid, which, I mean, who doesn't?
Who doesn't, right?
Still a scientist, of course, you know, years later. But Disney has a simulator called Mission Space.
Oh, you've told me about this, yes. Makes you dizzy.
And it literally, like, sends you into G-force. So there's two sides. So there's the orange and the green. Don't quote me on that.
You said there was one intense, one
yes,
not so intense.
Yes, so orange is the intense side, green is the less intense side. And they used to not have sides. When I was younger, didn't have sides. Like, you had to go, and it was very intense. I was luckily young enough to not have to ride it, but my parents, I was 4, my whole family rode it, and it was, like, thrown off.
They were motion
whole
sick.
Rest of the day. But yeah, then after that, they finally changed it and have 2 sides. I love it. I think it's so fun. Honestly, the green side, I think is kind of boring. I've ridden that, but then I've done the orange side, and the orange side is so fun. Yeah, you spin around, and it literally simulates you like going to space. You have to press your button, and the funny thing is, you like go into like hypersleep mode, and you literally feel like you're getting tired.
Really?
Like, I don't know if it's like
They
mental
pumping some laughing gas or something?
or what, but yeah, like literally your eyes get heavy, and you feel like you're like getting tired and like wanting to go to like sleep. It's very weird. So if you ever go to Disney World, it's called Mission Space. It's in Epcot. Lovely ride. So
fascinating experience. The way you describe that, I would love to go. I've never been to any Disney park. I've only been to Fiesta, Texas. That's all I've been to, and that was a whole experience as well.
I've never been there, so
it's fun. It's a great time, especially during Christmas. I got to go during Christmas.
Ooh,
Absolutely
I love
fantastic.
A good Christmas park.
So it was really good, but great experience there. I'm glad you shared that because that sounds terrifying.
Yes, it's fun.
Paula, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us here on Wake Up West Texas Extra. We have still got a lot more to come this morning.
Thank you for streaming with us. We'll be right back in just 2 minutes. Please don't go anywhere.
Now from the First Alert 7 Weather Center, here's meteorologist Sawyer McElroy.
Good morning and happy Tuesday, everybody. Here's a look at radar as we do start off our day. We are hanging on to some rain showers across portions of the area, and rain does look to continue as we head through the day. We have picked up measurable rainfall in Fort Stockton, Marfa, and Presidio so far, but we are seeing rather mild temperatures. 40s, 50s, and 60s this morning still. 60 in Midland, 56 here in Odessa currently. Winds are light, anywhere from being calm to about 10 miles per hour. And looking at Futurecast as we head through the day, we are going to see more rain chances, especially by this afternoon and evening, and that is when we could also see and hear a rumble of thunder or two, and even some heavier rainfall. Things will clear out by late tonight and into Wednesday, where we are looking at another rather nice day. Temperatures will warm into the 60s and 70s, a little bit cooler than yesterday, but still not too bad for this time of year and above normal for most. 71 for Midland and Odessa, 64 for Pecos and Monahans, 65 for Fort Stockton, 69 for Presidio and Sanderson as well. Here's a look at that First Alert 7 10-day forecast, where we are going to see things cooling down a little bit for our Wednesday behind the rainfall today, and a cold front that will pass through the area late today and into tonight. Coming up for our Thursday, back into the upper 70s with partly cloudy skies out of another system that will cool things down. Once again, heading into the weekend and bring some more rain and thunderstorm chances to the forecast coming up Friday night, and into Saturday for Valentine's Day.
Oh, Valentine's Day is just going to be so nice out there, and a sunny Sunday afterwards if you want to hold something a little bit later on Sunday, or maybe you're going to do a church date, Valentine's Day. That'd be nice as well. It's going to be beautiful that weekend.
Yes, Sunday's going to be nice. Saturday not looking too bad either, and most of the rain chances are going to be before noon coming up on Saturday. So things should clear out by, prime dinner time, evening time. If you want to head out and take a walk or head out to dinner or whatever, shouldn't be dealing with any issues there.
That's wonderful. All right. Thanks for streaming with us here on Wake Up West Texas Extra. We're taking your comments below. We say good morning to everybody who's in the comment section, YouTube, Facebook, and also firstalert7.com. You can watch us there as well. Let's turn now to news across the nation we're following. Today's show anchor Savannah Guthrie releases a new video as the search for her mother continues into another week.
And longtime associate of Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, pleads the fifth when asked about any wrongdoing. CBS's Carissa Lawson has today's top stories.
Today's show co-anchor Savannah Guthrie took to social media late Monday to issue a new video, this one asking for the public's help in finding her mother, Nancy. Guthrie says she believes her mother is out there, but says her family is at an hour of desperation as the search for Nancy Guthrie stretches into a second week. Authorities continue to look for clues, but have yet to identify a suspect or person of interest in the case. Ghislaine Maxwell, a longtime associate of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, invoked her Fifth Amendment rights and refused to answer any questions during a House Oversight Committee meeting on Monday. Her attorney said Maxwell would be willing to cooperate with the committee's probe into Jeffrey Epstein and clear President Trump of any wrongdoing, but only if President Trump grants her clemency. Maxwell was convicted in 2021 of federal sex trafficking charges and is currently serving a 20-year prison sentence. And the Seattle Seahawks football team returned home on Monday, less than 24 hours after winning the Super Bowl. The Seahawks defeated the New England Patriots 29-13 to win the coveted Lombardi Trophy. The celebration will continue on Wednesday when the Seahawks are feted in a parade through downtown Seattle. Those are some of the day's top stories. Carissa Lawson, CBS News, New York.
Americans may be feeling a bit better about the job market, but their household finances tell a different story. That's according to new data released Monday by the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. It shows the share of Americans who say they're worse off financially than they were a year ago just hit its highest level in more than 2 years. The report also found growing pessimism about the year ahead, with more Americans expecting their financial situations to deteriorate. Still, the survey showed modest improvement in the views of the labor market, earning prospects, and the ability to pay down debt.
Elon Musk says that he wants to help create a city on the moon. Speaking of the moon,
he
says on social media that he's prioritizing that over his plan for a Mars settlement. The SpaceX founder says a moon city is a faster and easier option. I feel like there's plenty of movies out there telling us to not do this, but that's fine.
We'll see what happens.
He estimates that it could happen in less than a decade, while his Mars plan could take more than 20 years. Musk also notes that it's easier to get to the moon than Mars. NASA has a similar lunar plan. Musk says he's also not giving up on an eventual Mars settlement.
I know he won't. That's true. Health headlines now. There's no benefit to delaying an infant's hepatitis B vaccine. A study by the Center for Infectious Disease Research and Policy reaffirmed decades of data showing the vaccine is safe and there's no reason to delay the first dose. Childhood hepatitis B infections have declined 99% since the introduction of the vaccine back in 1991.
And AI can read and diagnose a person's brain MRI in just seconds. Researchers at the University of Michigan say AI programs show up to 97% accuracy in detecting neurological conditions in an MRI. This technology could potentially catch brain hemorrhages and strokes ahead of time and reduce the burden on the healthcare system.
Fascinating stuff. That's an interesting way to use AI. Is stuff like that, pattern recognition, maybe.
It's good. I like that.
It's a different opinion. I wouldn't trust it over a doctor that's experienced. But
no, exactly. But it's a good, alternate.
Like extra
source.
opinion.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Exercise can help people struggling with frequent panic attacks. According to a study conducted at Brazil's University of São Paulo, brief intermittent exercise done over the course of several weeks can help reduce the frequency and severity of panic attacks. The exercise can be as simple as a 30-minute walk with 30-second bouts of running. Good technique anyways.
And a new study predicts an additional 9 million people could die by 2030 if international aid cuts continue. That's mortifying. The fatalities include
Yes,
about 2.5 million children who researchers say might otherwise survive. The study in the journal Lancet looks at the dismantling of the U.S. Agency for International Development. It also factors in aid reductions from the UK, Germany, Canada, and other countries. The study is from the Barcelona Institute for Global Health. It relies on existing data to calculate projections.
On that note,
it's kind of sad.
It is. It's interesting though. I mean,
is
it's a fascinating
and I mean,
statistic.
It makes sense, of
it
course.
does. I mean, yeah, aid is very important, of course, for a nation like ourselves who has a lot of money to be able to help. But that's a whole other topic in and of itself. This morning, thank you so much for streaming with us. We're going to take a moment in about a minute or so to get to a news and weather update for our viewers that are on CBS First Alert 7. Glad to have you with us here streaming. So many comments today. Glad to see you all here. Paula, again, good morning. Linnell, Darlene. We've had Chris Kavanaugh. Sylvia, good morning to you. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And Marilyn Smith, thank you all very much for joining us this morning. We've had a lot to talk about. It's already been a full hour of Wake Up West Texas Extra, and we've had a great time this morning.
I think we're getting used to this. I think we are.
I think we are. It's been a little over a week since our launch last Monday, and I feel better than ever about it. It's feeling really fun. We're changing segments as we go. We're going to be adding new guests as well. We have several guest interviews lined up this week. We're talking about heart health on Friday. You know, that's a great topic, especially for American Heart Month.
Yes.
So there's a lot more to come here on Wake Up West Texas Extra through this week, but also in just a few minutes after this quick news and weather update.
From First Alert 7 News, this is a Wake Up West Texas news and weather update.
Time now is 7:56. I'm Matthew Alvarez here alongside meteorologist Sawyer McRoy with a check of the forecast. Sawyer, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Matthew. We are dealing with some rain across portions of the region this morning. Here's a look at that live radar as we start off our day. Rainfall will continue through our Tuesday, clearing things out Wednesday before more rain in the forecast later on this week. Here's a look at our observed rainfall so far today. Anywhere from Dryden to Fort Stockton to Marfa to Presidio have received measurable rainfall. Not a lot, but still measurable. Here's a live look outside over the skies of Andrews, where we are hanging on to a great deal of cloud cover, but dry conditions there so far this morning. Those temperatures are rather mild, sitting in the 40s, 50s, and even 60s to start off our day. 60 in Midland, currently 57 here in Odessa. Winds anywhere from being calm to about 10 miles per hour. And here's a look at our hourly temperatures. It is going to be a little bit cooler than yesterday, but still above normal for this time of year, with highs in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. 71 for Midland and Odessa today. Under mostly cloudy skies with those rain showers continuing and light winds overall. Coming up tonight, we are looking to see those rain showers continuing through about the midnight hour, then things clearing out. A little bit cooler as we head into our Wednesday, though, with lows overnight dropping into the 30s, 40s, and a few 50s as well. 44 overnight for Midland and Odessa. And here's a look at that futurecast as we continue through the day, where we are looking to see rain showers continuing, like I mentioned, clearing out by about midnight, and then looking nice heading into our Wednesday. Looking at that First Alert 7-10 day forecast, 65 tomorrow, 71 today, and then a little bit cooler with rain chances for the weekend.
Sawyer, thank you very much. Let's start off this morning with your first alert. After a rollover crash killed one person and injured 4 others Sunday night in Winkler County. Texas EPS says a 13-year-old girl was driving the pickup truck when it crashed killing one boy and injuring several other teenagers. Investigators say 3 13-year-old girls and 2 14-year-old boys were all in that truck driving along County Road 201 around 11 p.m. DPS says the truck veered off the road, and when the driver tried to get back on the road, the truck skid and rolled over. Officials say one of the 14-year-old boys was thrown from the truck and died. The other 4 teens were all taken to the hospital, including the driver, who was taken to Lubbock. DPS says only one of the kids was wearing a seatbelt. The crash is under investigation. Wink-Loving ISD released this statement Monday about the incident, saying, quote, "Our hearts are heavy. We are grieving the loss of one of our students, I should say, following a tragic car accident, and several other students are being evaluated for various injuries. We ask for your privacy and peace for those families as they navigate the days ahead," end quote. Counselors are available on campus for students and staff. Of course, they're also accepting drink and food donations at the Wink Community Center. We'll see you in half an hour. Keep it here on First Alert 7.
From First Alert 7 News, with studios in Midland and Odessa, you're watching Wake Up West Texas.
Extra, good morning to you, 8:02 on this Tuesday morning. So glad to have you with us here on Wake Up West Texas Extra. Good morning, Sawyer.
Good morning, Matthew. Happy Tuesday. You know, today's been going pretty good. Wake Up West Texas flew by. Wake Up West, oh my goodness.
Toy boat.
It's a lot of words, you
Yeah.
guys. Wake Up West Texas Extra
It is a
is
mouthful.
also going well so far. Today, you know, we've had some lore drop about mostly me, but also Matthew. You know, some stories for today. So we'll just have to see what the second hour brings of Wake Up West Texas Extra. Of course, you know, your news, your weather, the normal stuff that you're expecting from us. But as always, take us with you wherever you go. You can watch your favorite First Alert 7 shows on our app. Download it now on your connected TV, phone, or tablet. Start your mornings with Wake Up West Texas from 5 to 7, and then Wake Up West Texas Extra from 7 to 9 every weekday morning. You can also watch us live on the First Alert 7 Facebook page, which I know many of you are, and our YouTube channel as well.
We are YouTubers, in case you didn't know that.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
There you go. Yeah, that's what they always say. Like, comment, subscribe. We do want to interact with you as well, so we want to hear what West Texas think. West Texas weighs in our poll today is, what is the best Valentine's Day gift? These are just a few of the options. There's so many you can give. We want you to chime in going to firstalert7.com. At the very top of the website, there's a vote tab. Click on that, and you can vote on our poll. Right now, flowers is by far the most popular, which I think is nice because you can support local businesses with flower shops that have some incredible arrangements and get your significant other a nice gift.
Or if your option is not up here, drop it in the comments below, and we'll read that out here on
good
our
point. Yeah,
stream. But of course, yeah, flowers is number one. Nobody's voted for chocolates, which is a little surprising to me. But
telling, isn't it?
I don't disagree with that. I'm not a big fan of receiving a box of chocolates. My dad would get them for me every year, and they'd literally sit for months and then go bad, and I'd throw them away and then feel bad because, you know, of course, he got me a gift, and I was very thankful for that. But I'm not a big fan of just sitting down and eating straight.
What if he sent you jewelry?
I'm
not well.
That's mostly my mom.
Do you
My
know
mom
what's
would
funny
send
though?
me jewelry.
I voted for jewelry in this poll.
Matthew, why?
Because I was imagining if I were to get a Valentine's Day gift, cufflinks would be nice.
Okay.
A tie bar. So that's considered jewelry, at least for menswear.
Yeah, you know, that makes sense.
A watch.
I mean, I always get jewelry from my mom anyway. My mom sells jewelry on, you know, as a side passion.
Really?
So,
Okay.
Yeah. Like a lot of the rings that I have are from her. She actually just got me a new ring a couple weeks ago when she was here. So love jewelry. Mostly rings as opposed to like necklaces and stuff. I do love earrings, but I'm kind of like stuck in my ways of my earrings. I wear the same earrings like all the time. But
You have your favorite pair, yeah.
even though they're nice, but yeah. So jewelry is nice. And then would you make a good Olympic curler is this question.
Everyone has
I've got
confidence.
this. No. Lauren, you were just off camera here. Do you want to talk into my mic and talk about it?
I would be such an Olympic curler. I've learned all of the rules in the last like 3 days of being
a curler.
Yes, and I think I would be so good.
Which is apparently a lot of people do because it's 100% of the poll. Everyone's got confidence, and I love that because the fascinating and interesting and inspiring tale of curling is that people later on in life can still get into this.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that, unlike like ice skating or most things, you have to start when you're a kid and, you know, just continue training, or like gymnastics or whatever. We're going to talk about, you know, Summer Olympics, but a lot of good curlers start later in life and just kind of for fun, and then they end up at the Olympics, and it's just like, oh, okay. I don't know if I'd necessarily make a good curler. I don't know if I'd be good at it, but I think I could definitely do it for sure. So if somebody wants to open a curling center here in West Texas, we would not be opposed, and Wake Up West Texas would be there enjoying the fun.
I mean, man, can I do the sweep thing? I bet you I can get after that. I can use that broom. That's right.
And
is it a broom?
Yes.
It is a broom. Is it called the broom?
I don't know if it's called the broom, but I know that am I on air? Yes. I'm in a blanket. It was cold in the newsroom. I don't know if I would be like good at the sweeping part, but I think it is a broom because it's like softening down the pebbles. Are we gonna look it up?
Yeah, I'm just gonna Google it because I mean, why does
is it more like a Swiffer like pad? Where
Okay,
it's not like an actual broom, but
it is called a brush broom.
Okay.
So it's either or.
But do you know why they're using it?
Yes, because it
it's
generates.
pebbled.
Yes, it's
You
called.
Google it.
I'm just reading it, Lauren.
It's pebbled. So the ice is like pebbled. It's not smooth. They like use a sprayer on the ice. So the broom is like softening down those like pebbles.
Oh.
to make the surface smooth.
Yeah. That's why
I thought it
goes
was
faster.
melting the ice.
Well, I mean,
yes and no.
yes
So it's
and
part
no.
of
It's
it.
more so like sanding it down.
Fascinating.
Because if you watch them like like I said, I have been very.
I can tell. We should have just had you as a guest in this
Hey,
segment.
Olympic, Team USA is fighting for the gold medal today at 11:05, and I will be tuning in and not working today.
There we go.
In at
That's a good
11:05.
idea.
Just a heads up for everybody. But no, it is. If you watch them spray it on, they have this like it's like a nozzle on like a sprayer, and they physically spray on the ice these like pebbles.
Interesting. It's like a medium of some sort.
Yes.
Interesting.
cool.
Okay, so it texturizes the ice.
Yeah. So that broom is like sanding that down. to make it go faster. Because you can hear them. They like yell at each other. They'll like tell each other to like go faster, like leave it alone, because they're trying to make the rock.
The pebble.
Is that what they call?
Yeah, the rock.
The rock. They're trying to make the rock go faster to like get into.
So
that
they
center
may
point.
want, depending on how, where they want it to stop, they may want more of that
I was going to ask,
friction
they use
or
it to stop
whatever
it as
against
well,
it. Yes.
to get into the
So then they're not going to
markers.
broom as much
Yeah, 'cause
because
they
they
want
want
it
it
to
to
go slower.
hit the
What is that called? The markers? The score
ring,
board?
I guess.
The
No,
rings?
it's called the. Oh, I forgot it. There's like the center point is called something specific.
the bullseye.
It's not
Yeah,
a bullseye.
bullseye, that sounds
It's
right.
like the
Looks like a bullseye. I don't
the
know.
pot or something like that. Like you want to get it
pot.
into
The house.
The house.
House and hog lines.
Hog lines.
Okay, good thing. Okay.
I'm telling you guys, I've watched a lot of.
I actually haven't
Olympic
watched
curling.
any curling.
If there are any local
Corey and
curlers,
Corey.
yeah. If there are any local curlers, we want you to come on to Wake Up West Texas
Yes,
Extra.
please.
Because
That would
wouldn't
be
that be-
great.
That would be my dream.
Well, you can do the interview then. And so if you have anyone who maybe knows curling or anything like that, we actually like them to come on as a guest and discuss this because
Yeah, that would be
now
great.
I'm interested. I've got to see the science behind it. I'm sure there's a lot.
Or have us out wherever you learn to curl, or like if you're curling
Yeah,
out
if
here,
we have a
us
place.
out there, we will go out there
That's right.
and try it out.
We're going to try and sweep. Is it called sweeping?
I would assume so. If it's a broom, why? What else would it
I
be
guess
called?
so, yeah.
But anyway, do we
Now I
have
wanna
any other
see.
polls that we want to discuss? Yes, we had one about shrimp because Shrimp Fest is coming up. Matthew, I think you have to change it.
I do.
I know you were searching though. There we go. Do you have a favorite kind of shrimp dish? Yeah,
Shrimp Alfredo.
It's Alfredo
That's
with
like the
shrimp in
best
it.
one.
That is winning, of course. 40% people.
My favorite is shrimp cocktail. That's my top. My second favorite, shrimp fried rice. My third favorite, coconut shrimp. My bottom favorite, shrimp Alfredo. But they're all my favorites.
I don't like shrimp really, just in general. I'm a big texture person. Shrimp just kind of grosses me out.
You must all have not had good shrimp. If you overcook shrimp, it becomes like rubber.
No, not like rubbery in general, but just yeah, we're not by a good fresh shrimp. It's not fresh.
Let me tell you, some local grocery stores do a very good job in keeping their shrimp fresh.
Well, if you find good shrimp,
I'll make
Bring
you a
me
shrimp
some,
dish. I'll
yes.
bring, yes,
Bring
I
me
will.
some,
Maybe so.
please,
Because I cook shrimp very well.
I don't. But I do like cooking
Microwave
shrimp
it?
if I'm going to.
Just kidding. That you can do that. The
You
ling-
should have
you
seen
know,
the
like the
face that I
linguines
just
and
made
stuff.
at him. I do like cooking a shrimp, so that's like the only shrimp that I will eat as long as it's like breaded, fried in something with a lot of either cocktail sauce or some type of dipping sauce where I can like not taste the shrimp, if that makes sense. So.
Interesting. Okay. Well, good conversation for this hour. 8:10 this morning. We're taking a live look outside this morning over the beautiful skies of Andrews.
Andrews, a very kind of dreary start to the day in Andrews, and really a crotch.
Sawyer. And that's the way it all ends on Wake Up West Texas Extra. Thank you for joining us. No, that's actually not even close. My goodness. Across the area.
Across most of the area. That's how it happened.
That's a lot.
I'm so sorry, everybody. Anyway.
Again, Jacob's not here, so that's...
Thank goodness. That would have been a big thing. Jacob, if you're watching, don't terrorize me when you come to work. Anyway, very cloudy across the area. I have tears running down my face. Sorry.
And you have a forecast leading into
I do
this.
have
That's
a forecast.
Great. It always is
Yes,
before
so that's
weather.
where I was going to head to. Okay, here's live radar, and I'm not going. Well, I do have to get up. Here's live radar this morning, where we are hanging on to some rain across the area, and like I said, a lot of cloud cover as well. Here's a look at our observed rainfall so far today, anywhere from about 1/100th of an inch in Dryden to about 9/100ths of an inch in Presidio. And here's a look at those temperatures. Temperatures ranging from the 40s to the 60s. Pretty mild this morning as we do start off our day. 61 currently at Midland International Air and Spaceport. Winds anywhere from being calm to about 10 miles per hour. And as we head through the day, expect more rainfall, especially by this afternoon and evening. Here's a look at temperatures today. They will warm into the 50s, 60s, and 70s. A little bit cooler than yesterday, but still above normal for this time of year. And looking ahead to that first alert 7-10-day forecast, more rain is on the way Friday and into Saturday, as well as another system does pass through the area, but temperatures are still going to be warm for this time of year.
That was your morning extra, of course, your morning forecast extra for the day. You can find the latest news, weather, and sports by logging on to firstalert7.com, our mobile news app, or by following the First Alert 7 Facebook page. But I couldn't get enough of the iCam outside because it looks so beautiful outside over the skies of Andrews this morning. A little bit of cloud cover out there and even a little bit of rainfall as well. Meteorologist Roy McRoy will join us once again after the break for more Wake Up West Texas Extra. You can take us with you wherever you go. Download us on your connected TV, phone, or tablet. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Welcome back to Wake Up West Texas Extra. I'm joined now by Lauren Munt, our Wake Up West Texas reporter, which you're very busy today on a very special story. I won't make you talk too much about it because I know you're excited. Would you mind sharing a little bit about it?
It is an amazing story.
Get people excited.
I've been working on it all morning. It's going to air, I think, tomorrow on Wake Up West Texas. I'm very excited.
She's cooking.
Yes. There is a wonderful man right here in Odessa who is training for a marathon right now. So that his brother can run his first ever marathon. His brother was diagnosed with cancer, and he's running this marathon by pushing his brother in a wheelchair essentially the whole way. It's a wheelchair that's meant for running, but he's pushing him the whole way just so that he can experience running in a marathon. It was one of his bucket list items, and they found out early January that his cancer was terminal, and so he really wanted to make that wish come true for him.
Goodness.
So, beautiful story. A real tearjerker, let me tell you.
I mean,
but he is asking for the community's support to help him through this journey, and so we're going to share that story tomorrow on Wake Up West Texas. I'm very excited. It's an absolutely beautiful story. He's an incredible incredible brother to be doing that. And so I just can't
I
wait.
think so. I mean, that's going to be a touching story. So again, that's tomorrow on Wake Up West Texas, as well as throughout the rest of the day too, because it's going to air in any show. And we'll have it here in Extra
Yes,
tomorrow
we
as well.
will.
In
It'll
24
be
hours.
so
And
good,
we'll have
but
you on
yeah.
as well to discuss a little bit more
Absolutely.
once we have the entire story out.
But
as
I've been
well.
working on that all morning, so I'm really excited. for
Very,
it
very
tomorrow.
excited for that too. Something else I know you're passionate and excited about. Something I learned about you is that you're really into curling. I guess you didn't know that about yourself either.
So here's the thing: I'm really into the Olympics just in general, and I will like latch on to a sport for the like entirety of the Olympics. And so, like 4 years ago, it was fencing. I was super. I guess it was 2 years ago. I was super into fencing. I would wake up at like 3 a.m. to watch the fencing and watch them. I learned all of the rules. I'm very proficient in it. And so now this year, I usually always get into like curling in the Olympics, but this year with our mixed doubles team, Corey and Corey, they're killing it, and
I've heard about them.
Have you heard
From
about the
Duluth,
Corys?
Minnesota?
Yes.
I knew that already.
Did you really?
No, Sawyer's like, no, I told you that. Sawyer told me that.
Sawyer and I are both very into the Olympics. Sawyer and I like have been texting each other like all the time. We'll be like, did you see that? Oh my gosh, that was crazy. It's we just spend all of our, and the good thing is like with this shift that we're working, the Olympics, because they're in Milan, we see a lot of them like during our shift. And so like, we're absolutely during the show, we're just like sitting there watching the Olympics and tuning in and seeing what Corey and Corey are doing. And then as soon as I get off, like I turn on the Olympics and I just sit there and watch it for hours and see all that. Like yesterday I watched all of the, what was it, Sawyer? Rhythmic ice dancing was on yesterday?
Yes.
That sounds awesome.
It was really cool. So I watched all of the rhythmic dance.
Performances.
Yep. So I watched all of that yesterday, and then curling. Like they're in it for the gold medal match today. It's at 11:05. I'm very excited for it.
We want you to not watch the Olympics on that network, but rather come here for Lauren's recap every morning.
Yes, come here for my recap.
'Cause it's not on our
Corey
channel,
and Corey. No, but I've been. I watch it later.
You watch it
on
streaming
TikTok.
too.
Yeah,
Yes, you're
I watch it
streaming.
streaming. Or we'll watch the recaps later on like TikTok or something. But highly recommend getting into curling because
Very
we
cool.
just talked about it a second ago, like the pebbles on the ice. I've learned so much about the sport that
The
I
broom,
didn't know.
which is called a broom,
Yes.
which is very apropos, as well as like the medium that's on the ice to kind of slow
it's
it
like
down,
pebbled,
speed it up.
pebbled ice, and you have your rock and you roll it into the house and you get the points. And there's 7. I was like talking to my mom yesterday and she was like, oh yeah, they're in the 6th round. And I'm like, no mother, it's the 7th end. That's what they call it. It's
End.
not round, it's ends.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So you have to be very official when you're talking curling, and you know, there's a lot to it, but it's my favorite sport of this.
Out of everything.
I mean, ice skating's cool too.
Sawyer put out a question probably an hour ago now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do if you could pick an Olympic sport? Like you particularly. I chose bobsledding, but also I think marksmanship, the gun
Mm-hmm.
shooting, or archery.
So my roommate and I were talking about this the other day. Katie and I decided that we could do like luge because
Oh.
it feels like, I mean, that feels like the easiest. Like
Yeah,
it's definitely
very
not. There's a
doable,
lot of
but
athleticism to it, and
I
those
bet.
athletes do a ton to train for it. But we felt like that's probably like all. I mean, we're just like hop on a sled and slide,
And slide down,
right?
yeah.
Like that's gotta be. That sounds easy enough. I know there's a lot more to it, but I feel. I don't know. I feel like maybe we could figure that out.
It's get into it. Yeah. If you put all into it, but I mean, it's incredible the amount of sports that are now in the Olympics, the Winter Olympics, but also the Summer Olympics as well.
I'm waiting for pickleball.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
the one I feel
surprised
like I
that's
could
really
maybe
taken
do.
off. I think in the last few years, so it's probably going to take a few years to develop that and
Yeah.
get teams together, qualifiers, things like that. But
Yeah.
it does. I do think it will make the
I'm
world
also,
stage.
you know which one I think will be the next one? This is my, I'm calling it now. I think the next sport to be added to the Summer Olympics is going to be cheerleading.
Interesting, which is always
Yeah.
the saying goes, which is not true, is cheerleading is not a sport.
They say that. They say
It's,
that.
it's been a saying, and so that would prove every single person
I
who said
think
that
it would
wrong.
be fantastic as a high school cheerleader. It was like I loved it, and it is a very athletic thing. And you have now these like competition cheer. There's now pro cheer. I think that cheerleading will 100%. I think that'll be the next sport added to.
I have a hot take as well. What could be the next sport is pool.
Ooh,
Wouldn't that be
that's a
interesting?
good one.
I think pool might be as well because there's competitive billiards, and so I think that a league, something like that, a world-class
That's a
league,
really good one.
could really happen as well. It's a worldwide sport for a lot of places, so
Yeah.
I think that
All
could
right,
very well be on
cheerleading
the
and
list.
billiards.
I think those are
Next
next.
Olympic sports. So those are the ones I think I could do.
Yeah,
Maybe more
for
like
sure.
billiards. I don't know if I could cheerleading.
Another
It's been a
sport
few
that
years.
some local departments have gone into is raising money in the kettles, ringing a bell.
They do.
That's
and
tough.
They take it very competitive. I mean, very, very serious. That could be an Olympic sport.
And it benefits the Salvation Army. The Midland Fire Department came out on top after going against the Midland Police Department and Midland Crime Stoppers, the student Crime Stoppers as well. So they were able to raise thousands of dollars going directly to Salvation Army, more than the other departments.
So Midland Fire Department bringing home the gold medal.
Yes, for a third year in a row.
Start cheering USA.
Yes. Here's what they had to say about that.
It was just neat to be out there, you know, seeing people just in everyday life, being able to collect money for charity and do something good. Feels pretty cool to beat the cops.
Now, also, they were very happy, the Salvation Army, to be able to put on this challenge and also put some friendly competition out there for them. We hear from the Salvation Army now.
It's a major fundraiser for us to help support the different programs we have, whether it be Shelter or Feed the Homeless. We also have the document program, several different programs that we have throughout the year that we would not be able to have if it weren't for the donations we receive in the Red Kettles.
Yeah, wonderful challenge there. Glad Midland Fire Department came out on top, but really great effort by Midland Police as well as Crime Stoppers, who've done a great job as well. All of that money staying right here in our community, which is what they always want to highlight, is that you drop a dollar, drop a coin, drop whatever into those buckets, they stay right here in our community. And we saw how great of a job the Salvation Army did during the winter storm, providing coats, providing a place for people to go during those cold winter times.
Yes, and I have switched out with Lauren Munt, so I am back in my spot as we head into the cut-in on First Alert 7 CBS in just about 50 seconds or so. But yeah, I wanted to get back in here. But very insightful information from her, and it was nice to hear about her thoughts about the Olympics and what sports
she's very passionate about that curling. I mean, you've heard about
Yes.
it now. So she's really into that, and a lot of people are around the entire world cheering on Team USA and all the teams because they're incredible athletes all around the world working so hard for what they're doing, representing their country as well.
And like she mentioned, of course, with this shift, we are up. You know, they're 7 hours ahead in Italy where all of the events are taking place. So we're up. Events are live instead of having to wait for prime time. We can watch them while they're happening. And so that's the good part about this shift.
It's really, really cool. We're going to take a quick break for a news and weather update. Wake Up West Texas Extra continues in just a moment.
From First Alert 7 News, this is a Wake Up West Texas news and weather update.
Good morning, everyone. Time now is 8:25 on this Tuesday. I'm Matthew Alvarez here alongside meteorologist Sawyer McRoy. Sawyer, how's it looking outside on this Tuesday?
Yeah, we are dealing with some rain across portions of the region this morning, and rainfall will continue as we head through the day. Here's a look at our observed rainfall so far across West Texas. 1/100th of an inch for Dryden, 2/100ths for Fort Stockton, 5/100ths for Marfa, 9 for Presidio. Temperatures currently ranging from the 40s to the 60s, so a little bit more mild than we have been seeing this morning. 61 in Midland, 57 currently in Odessa. Winds anywhere from being calm to about 10 miles per hour. And temperatures heading through the day are going to warm up into the 50s, 60s, and 70s, but most into the 60s and 70s. 71 for Midland and Odessa today with mostly cloudy skies and those rain showers, but we could even hear a rumble of thunder or two. Coming up tonight, also hanging on to mostly cloudy skies, some rain through about midnight, then things clearing. Lows a little bit cooler though as we head into Wednesday, into the 30s and 40s, 44 overnight for both Midland and Odessa. And like I mentioned, rainfall will continue through the day with decent rainfall coming up by this afternoon and evening. Things clearing though by about midnight. Looking ahead to that First Alert 7 10-day forecast, we will see things a little bit cooler for Wednesday with mostly sunny skies, so some clearing tomorrow. 65 degrees for a high for Wednesday, then warming things back up Thursday and Friday into the 70s ahead of another system that does look to bring more rain and thunderstorm chances along with slightly cooler temperatures back to the forecast as we head into the weekend.
Sawyer, thank you very much. We have your first alert on a crash in Gaines County that killed one and injured another on Sunday morning. Investigators say a Ford pickup truck was on County Road 105 when officials say the driver ran a stop sign at the intersection with County Road 104. The truck then crashed with a Chevy pickup truck. The passenger of the Chevy was taken to the Seminole Hospital and later pronounced dead. The driver of the Chevy was also taken to the Medical Center Hospital, actually University Medical Center in Lubbock, in a serious condition. The crash is under investigation. Texas EPS also saying a woman was killed after she was hit by an 18-wheeler while riding an e-bike in Midland. This happened on Friday around 7:30 in the evening. Investigators say 63-year-old Tamara Cates was riding an e-bike on Business 20 Service Road near County Road 1103. DPS says an 18-wheeler was driving right behind her and crashed into the bicycle. Cates was pronounced dead at the scene. Midland Memorial Hospital announcing a temporary diversion of all trauma surgeries effective immediately because of temporary issues with their sterilization equipment. Trauma patients requiring surgery will now be taken to a different facility by ambulance. Hospital staff are working to repair the sterilizers, and the situation is closely monitored. Scheduled surgeries already at MMH will still be there unless you're told otherwise. The hospital is also temporarily closing to out-of-county surgical patient transfers for the time being. A scam alert this morning for the city of Midland. They're warning about fraudulent emails that ask for your money. Look at this. The city says the emails appear to be coming from the city of Midland, specifically Development Services, Planning and Zoning. This is a fake domain. They say that any official emails will always end in @midlandtexas.gov. A traffic alert now along Garfield Street between Haynes and Winchester. A lane will be closed here. It's running right alongside Midland College's campus. The city says utility work is being done in this area, and the lane closure will last until Monday, February 16th. For the latest news, log on anytime to our website, firstalert7.com. And be sure to join us on Wake Up West Texas Extra, streaming right now on the First Alert 7 Facebook page and YouTube channel as well, and also on our website. Make it a great day.
From First Alert 7 News, with studios in Midland and Odessa, you're watching Wake Up West Texas.
Extra, good morning to you. 32 past the hour, 8:32 on this Tuesday morning. So good to have you with us here on Wake Up West Texas Extra. Streaming for another day here. We've had such great conversations about the Olympics, about shrimp you name it. Because Shrimp Fest is coming up on Monday, February 23rd, and it's always a great time raising a lot of money for educational programs for the Ellen Noel Art Museum, which we got to see their facilities.
Say brand
Beautiful.
new, brand new.
Beautiful. So we love to see it. And of course, let's check our polls. Speaking of, I want to bring up some of the polls that we have to talk about.
All right. Well, speaking of shrimp, do you have a favorite kind of shrimp dish? Is our first one. Coconut shrimp, shrimp cocktail, shrimp fried rice, and shrimp Alfredo are all of the options that we have on here. But of course, if you have another favorite kind of shrimp dish, you can put that in the comments, and we would love to see what you say. 20% for coconut shrimp, shrimp cocktail, and shrimp fried rice, and then shrimp Alfredo is
has shot up.
It is still winning, but 16% now for the other ones, 52% for shrimp Alfredo. I do love a good Alfredo, but if I have something in it, it's probably chicken or like steak bites instead of shrimp.
Steak bites would be very good, actually. I didn't think about that. Steak bites, some sort of protein has to go. Well, shrimp is protein,
Yes.
but something alongside it as well.
Yes.
I think would be nice to add to that bite of flavor that you get.
I love Alfredo though.
But yeah, crunchy shrimp cocktail. Crunchy shrimp. Coconut shrimp. A crunchy shrimp coconut is going to be very good.
Anyway, no, I do like coconut shrimp. I'm not a big fan of shrimp in general. I don't know if it's the texture. I'm also not a big fan of really seafood, you know. I'm not a big fan of seafood, especially like raw seafood. Like
what?
Raw seafood?
Raw seafood? What is that?
like raw shrimp.
Oh, raw seafood. Toy boat, Sawyer. You get enunciate. I thought you said raw seafood. Like ROSSY. Raw seafood. You said it so fast.
We've been talking for hours. Leave me
I guess
alone.
so. Raw seafood. I was like, raw seafood? What is that? Is that a different type of culinary experience I'm
No, like
unaware
raw shrimp.
I see.
So like what you would have in shrimp cocktail or, you know, whatever. But
I'm sorry you're crying about
I am
this emotional
crying.
experience.
I cry a
The
lot.
speech today has been rough. I mean, I've been trying to do my exercise. I have to do an exercise in the morning.
Toy boat. Toy boat.
Toy boat. Toy boat.
Toy
Because it
boat.
makes you enunciate. But you said it so quickly. I was like, raw seafood.
Sorry, I talk fast.
Do you like sashimi and all that? Are you interested in that?
What?
Sashimi?
What is that?
Oh, you don't know what that is? See, okay, there's one of the actual words. Sashimi is like raw tuna. Raw
I literally just said raw
salmon.
seafood I don't like.
Oh, that's the raw seafood. Okay, that's.
Yes. I don't like tuna. I don't like.
I'm a bad listener.
I don't. Yeah, like. What is it called?
Sushi.
Yeah, sushi. Not a fan of.
Maybe a California roll.
Maybe a
Because it's all
California
veggie,
roll.
tofu.
And I also like avocado. And avocado isn't.
Avocado is good with it. The firecracker roll, y'all, very good.
Yes, but anyway.
Hot Cheetos.
Hot Cheetos.
Oh, that was funny. Okay, well, again, let us know what you think. Weigh in on this because we were going off the rails, and so we need you to chime in
Yes,
for
please,
us this morning.
Please, please.
Goodness. Oh boy, be sure to take us with you wherever you go. Work, grocery store, you name it. You can take us everywhere. That was so
We're
funny.
losing it, y'all.
I think so.
Anyway, that's okay. Yes, keep us with you and take us with you wherever you go, and you can see our antics wherever. Home, work, grocery store. I'm just going to say the movie theater, but don't do that, please. Yeah.
Definitely not the movie theater. I like the previews you get. Please silence your devices. The preview is about to begin, or whatever
And
it says.
people are still on their phones.
Yes. Oh, it's okay. I won't go down there. I have checked my emails but I mean, I put it on a low setting because I have to make sure the news is not newsing. So I'm always on top of it.
You're one of those people.
But I know you're there to always tell me otherwise.
Yeah, I will.
That's
call
true. We
people
do
out
have
that
Wake
would
Up
be
West
there.
Texas movie
Yes.
nights, and
I will call people
Yes,
out.
that's
no
true.
joke. If I know them. If I don't know you, I may say something.
well, if it's a bright, I mean, if you have it on bright, I mean, that's just not good. I've seen people with those.
The
Yeah.
last movie we saw, somebody was very bad with that.
Oh,
And I
really?
Yeah, we've talked about this anyway.
Oh, maybe I forgot
Yes,
who this
but
was.
anyway, let's head to the Super Bowl. Something is up with Bad Bunny.
Huh.
Just hours after his Super Bowl halftime show, the Puerto Rican singer deleted almost all of his Instagram account.
Interesting.
His posts are completely gone. He unfollowed absolutely everybody and even removed the profile picture. The Grammy winner didn't give his 50 million followers any indication as to why he did it. Some are speculating that he is about to make some sort of announcement. Others think he could be receiving backlash from his performance, but his account is still there. So if you go to Instagram, search Bad Bunny. Actually, I don't know what his username is, but if you search it, it will pop up, but there's nothing on there. So this is kind of interesting. People have done this before, you know, if they're artists and, you know, releasing new music. Usually they don't like delete everything and unfollow people, but his account is still there. So
He's following one person. Oh, no, it's at 0 now. Do you think this could be like a hacker who maybe took his account over after all the publicity? That's all possibility. I don't want to start speculation. I don't like to do
I don't feel
that.
like they'd clear everything. They'd like...
Would delete the
They
account.
maybe would clear things, but they'd like do a weird post. That
Oh,
was
okay. Hijack the account essentially. That's
yeah,
true.
they wouldn't like
Good point.
delete everything, delete everybody, or they like you said, they'd completely delete the account.
Because it wouldn't be him, I don't think. I don't mind you. I was not very familiar with him prior to this performance. I really wasn't. I don't know if it would be for him to just because of the backlash go like not into hiding, but delete all his posts because of that. That doesn't sound like something he would do. He seems to be prominently. He's very vocal in what he believes in, and so I'm not sure that he would do that for that reason.
No, it is a little odd for
Right.
sure. But the fact that his account is still up makes me think something is up in some way. Because you can, especially if you're
exciting.
like a celebrity, you can be like, hey, I want to delete my account for a little bit. I obviously want to keep the like username. I want to keep my
Then the followers,
verification,
yeah.
followers, I mean everything, but it's going to be gone, so nobody can like search it, follow me, whatever, can't see it, but I still have my account.
But I think you'd agree right now he is the probably most popular he's ever been because people who don't know him know him. Now would be a good time to release an album.
My dad yesterday cracked me up. I called him and he goes, or he called me, but he's like, I was like, oh, what are you doing? He's like, oh, just listening to Bad Bunny on my drive home.
Your dad?
He was not. He was joking with me.
Oh, I was like, wow,
I was
okay.
like, oh, okay, good for you. And he was like, no, I'm kidding. I was like, oh.
He didn't strike me as like, someone who
I
likes
don't know.
Bad Bunny.
Maybe he broadened his horizons
And a lot of
after
people
the
probably did.
halftime show.
Yeah.
They actually didn't even watch the Super Bowl. My parents did not turn the Super Bowl on at all.
And they're football. Well, they are specifically Broncos fans.
I would say they didn't care really
That's
about
probably
the
why,
teams
yeah.
playing. So my mom was watching the Olympics. My dad was watching fishing, I think.
Ah, the Fishing Network.
Yes, what's new?
Very, very good. Let's turn now to selfies from space that are about to become a thing. NASA's given astronauts permission to bring their smartphones with them on missions. Before now, they had to leave their devices behind and use NASA-approved cameras to take pictures. The new policy has already taken effect and applies to the next mission, which is a SpaceX flight to the International Space Station. That could have it as early as Thursday. But next month is the big Artemis 2 mission that could hopefully launch, I hope so, and go past the moon. The first lunar mission in more than 50 years, giving humans a look at the dark side of the moon for the very first time. And that mission, I mean, I could talk about this mission for an hour straight or probably more. There's a lot at stake here, but having a cell phone with them, I think that changes everything. If
It's
they
a
have
little odd that
connectivity.
They don't have one to begin with.
I thought they would at the ISS. You'd figure they would take their cell phones with them. But I could see how testing could go into it. I imagine NASA did send somebody up with a cell phone prior to this to test, see what the battery did, see what thing,
Yeah, how are they
it
going to
worked.
charge it?
Right. Well, they could plug it into their charger.
Another Sawyer lore drop. Well, duh. I guess
Well,
there's
there's
power,
power.
in space. Yeah. I don't know. Another Sawyer lore drop
Trying to pick up what you put down.
is that I know the daughter of the astronaut that got stuck in space last year.
You know her? Mm-hmm. Really? That the female or the male?
The male.
The male. Okay, his daughter. Interesting.
Yes.
Is that all you're going to share?
I mean,
I don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to.
there's not much more to
But
say.
how? Maybe connection-wise, how did that happen? If you can share that at all.
Well, they live in
grew
Florida,
up together?
obviously.
Okay.
And going back to like Disney, so like we run in the same like Disney circles. So
Oh, and so you've been able to connect that way. Did she talk about maybe post like, hey, this is my dad? That's okay. Interesting. That's fascinating.
yeah, like I didn't know that until she posted about it, and I was like, oh.
Well, I'm glad they're safe, by the way, because that was something else that.
And did you see that Sonny retired?
No. Really? Okay. Well, I can see, after that, kind of completed the career, not on a bad note. They did a very good job. They did what they could with what they had, performed experiments, kept busy up there.
But that was rough.
That was rough for them. Not great.
Yeah, rough for sure.
So we'll see how that turns out as well as we move through the next month with Artemis 2 coming up. Monday, meanwhile, the day after the Seattle Seahawks won Super Bowl 60, Mattel announced the release of the Seattle Seahawks Barbie doll.
Oh, cute.
This particular Barbie commemorates, the team's win and shows her team spirit with a logo shirt and wide leg pants featuring the Seattle Seahawks colors. Accessories include a visor, a pair of sneakers, and foam finger. The doll is made to order and is now available for pre-order for $35 through March 2nd, 2026. Pre-order and made to order, that's really cool that they actually do it for you per order for only $35.
Yeah, that's not that bad, honestly.
No.
I don't know. How much is a regular Barbie doll?
That probably a lot cheaper than that.
Yeah, maybe
probably
like
$5, $10. 15, yeah, brand name.
But that's cool though, and they probably had a Patriots one on hand just
in
the Patriots
case.
one too. That's always the funny thing about like the Super Bowl or any like sports event is that they always have to have double of everything.
Versions of everything.
So, somewhere there's a shirt that says Patriots Super Bowl LX winners, and it's like, well, no. They obviously don't get distributed like widespread, until things happen, but they're there, they're ready to go.
And I've seen that the shirts that are made, so say if the New England Patriots, the shirts that were made for that get donated to children who need clothes.
Okay, that's good.
I've seen that over the years as well. So they don't go to waste. It's just you'll find in maybe parts of the world where they need more clothing, you'll see New England Patriots Super Bowl 60 winners, those kind of things.
Interesting.
Very fascinating. They're able to use those clothes because, yes, a lot of things could go to waste otherwise. So I'm glad they're able to do that and keep it going and not be so wasteful because otherwise, yes, it's an event in excess otherwise. And I always find it funny during the Super Bowl you're watching, they had just won less than a minute ago and there's already promos. Buy your Seattle Seahawks winners of the Super Bowl gear at this place. They're ready to go.
Yeah.
Pre-produced. Well, we still got a lot more to come this morning on Wake Up West Texas Extra.
Thank you for streaming with us. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Now from the First Alert 7 Weather Center, here's meteorologist Sawyer McElroy.
Good morning and happy Tuesday, everybody. Here's a look at live radar as we do start off our day hanging on to some rain showers. And rain showers are not yet done. More rain is expected heading through the day. Here's a look at that observed rainfall, anywhere from about 1/100th of an inch in La Mesa to 9/100ths of an inch in Presidio. We are seeing rather mild temperatures this morning, sitting anywhere from the 40s to the 60s. And here's a look at those winds, anywhere from being calm to about 10 miles per hour. As we head through the day, like I mentioned, we are not yet done with rain. More rain is expected this afternoon and evening, and that is even when we could see and hear a rumble of thunder or two. Here's a look at our hourly temperatures through the day, warming into the 60s and 70s for most. Looking at that First Alert 7-10-day forecast, a little bit cooler Wednesday, clearing things out. More rain chances back in the forecast coming up Friday and into Saturday, along with slightly cooler temperatures this weekend as well behind that rainfall. But overall, still you can see above normal temperatures as we continue through the majority of the week.
Yeah, no kidding about that. Definitely a nice forecast. Let's turn now, of course, to news we're following not only here, but across the entire country. And one of those is a really big story we've been following for a while now. Today's show anchor, Savannah Guthrie, has released a brand new video just yesterday in the search for her mother that now enters its second week.
And longtime associate of Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, pleads the fifth when asked about any wrongdoing. CBS's Carissa Lawson has today's top stories.
Today's show co-anchor Savannah Guthrie took to social media late Monday to issue a new video, this one asking for the public's help in finding her mother, Nancy. Guthrie says she believes her mother is out there, but says her family is at an hour of desperation as the search for Nancy Guthrie stretches into a second week. Authorities continue to look for clues, but have yet to identify a suspect or person of interest in the case. Ghislaine Maxwell, a longtime associate of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, invoked her Fifth Amendment rights and refused to answer any questions during a House Oversight Committee meeting on Monday. Her attorney said Maxwell would be willing to cooperate with the committee's probe into Jeffrey Epstein and clear President Trump of any wrongdoing, but only if President Trump grants her clemency. Maxwell was convicted in 2021 of federal sex trafficking charges and is currently serving a 20-year prison sentence. And the Seattle Seahawks football team returned home on Monday, less than 24 hours after winning the Super Bowl. The Seahawks defeated the New England Patriots 29-13 to win the coveted Lombardi Trophy. The celebration will continue on Wednesday when the Seahawks are feted in a parade through downtown Seattle. Those are some of the day's top stories. Carissa Lawson, CBS News, New York.
Other headlines now, Americans may be feeling a little bit better about the job market, but their household finances tell a very different story. That's according to new data released Monday by the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. It shows the share of Americans who say they're worse off now financially than they were a year ago just hit its highest levels in more than 2 years. The report also found growing pessimism about the year ahead, with Americans expecting their financial situations to get worse. Still, the survey showed modest improvement in views of the labor market, earnings prospects, and the ability to pay down debt.
And Elon Musk says that he wants to help create a city on the moon. He says on social media that he's prioritizing that over his plan for a Mars settlement. The SpaceX founder says a moon city is faster and easier option. He estimates it could happen in less than a decade, while his Mars plan could take more than 20 years. He also notes that it's easier to get to the moon than Mars. NASA has a similar lunar plan. Musk says that he's also not giving up on an eventual Mars settlement.
That'll be interesting for sure. It's going to take a long time for sure. Health headlines now. There is no benefit, they say, to delaying an infant's hepatitis B vaccine. A study by the Center for Infectious Disease Research and Policy reaffirmed decades of data showing the vaccine is safe and there is no reason to delay the very first dose. Childhood hepatitis B infections have declined 99% since the introduction of the vaccine back in 1991.
And AI can read and diagnose a person's brain MRI in just seconds. Researchers at the University of Michigan say AI programs show up to 97% accuracy in detecting neurological conditions in an MRI. This technology could potentially catch brain hemorrhages and strokes ahead of time and reduce the burden on the healthcare system. Very
interesting, I have to say, because you figure, the pattern recognition, I could see that working. You put it through an AI analyzer. Here's what I think it works. That's the way it should work, at least, is here's what I think you should look over, and then have an actual doctor, because that's who we trust, is the doctors who've seen it all, been there, done that. And then have AI is like, oh, that kind of confirms that it is something
As an
off.
extra step, for sure.
Yes, especially for maybe a young radiologist or radio tech, things like that. Exercise, meanwhile, can help people struggling with frequent panic attacks. According to a study conducted at Brazil's University of Sao Paulo, brief intermittent exercise done over the course of several weeks can help reduce the frequency and severity of panic attacks. The exercise can be simple, maybe it's a half-hour walk with 30-second bouts of running in between, which is already a very good sprinting exercise as well. Makes sense. I cannot tell you the amount of studies I've read. I've read many health headlines. Exercise, dieting, you can't go wrong with them. You can do too much. Anything in excess is not good. You have to do everything with moderation, and that includes diet and exercise.
Yeah, you know, this weekend was really, really nice, and I took a couple days off last week. It was nice on Thursday. It was nice on Friday. I had a burst of energy both of those days.
I could tell.
I was going out and doing things.
You said the days were like almost longer for you.
The days felt, well, I was off, so, you know.
They still,
they felt longer anyway, but yeah, you know, I had a burst of energy. It felt nice. I was outside. I was blasting my music in the car. You know,
wow.
I went out and did things. I got a car wash. I got an oil change. So yeah,
you were
getting
productive
outside,
too, yeah.
You know, working your body, whether it's, you know, walking, just even getting out and doing something as opposed to laying on the couch watching television. You know, it just felt so nice. This weekend, you know, Sunday, maybe, you know, in that same realm. Sunday or Saturday, not looking as good, but still really, really nice this past weekend, and it felt so nice to be outside.
It did feel very nice to be outside. And you know who I think of when I think of physical activity and kind of making sure that you are able to feel good is if we take our mall camera, if we look inside of the mall right now, if we're able to, these folks right here, I see them every day. I appreciate them. They're kind of being on camera, put on the spot. But this is our look inside the mall. They walk every day. A lot of these people who are coming on through, getting exercise, and that inspires me as well because they can make it work inside, out, you name it. They get up in the morning and come and see it. A lot of these folks I see every day. We work here inside the mall. And, you know, a lot of the groups that have come by and talked to, especially during peanut butter drive days, they come out and say, hey, I see you every morning because we have our big glass window. And I think it's wonderful that they do that. And it kind of reminded me of that.
Yeah, and the good news is the mall does, you know, is a good place to walk. It's safe. It's inside. You know, whether it's 100 degrees outside or if it's cold outside, it's a good place to come in, get your exercise. And even the mall has, you know, signs that say quarter mile, mile.
It's great.
And
Security,
you can mark where you're at.
Shout out to Music City Mall Odessa for hosting these walkers. We love to see them. Now for a news and weather update for our friends on First Alert 7 on television. Stay with us.
From First Alert 7 News, this is a Wake Up West Texas news and weather update.
Good morning, everyone. Time now is 8:55. I'm Matthew Alvarez here alongside meteorologist Sawyer McElroy for a check of the forecast on this Tuesday. Sawyer, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Matthew. Happy Tuesday. Here's a look at radar as we do start off our day where we are continuing to see rainfall across the region. Here's a look at that observed rainfall to start off the day. We have picked up measurable rainfall in Lamesa, Fort Stockton, Dryden, Marfa, and Presidio as well. Here's a live look outside over the skies of Andrews, where it does look like it is actively sprinkling. Not raining too much, but there is moisture falling currently. Temperatures currently ranging from the 40s to the 60s, 61 in Midland, 59 here in Odessa. Winds anywhere from being calm to about 10 miles per hour. And here's a look at those hourly temperatures as we head through the day, with highs warming into the 50s, 60s, and 70s, but most will warm into the 60s by this afternoon and evening. 71 for Midland and Odessa today. Coming up tonight, lows into the 30s and 40s for most. 44 for Midland and Odessa, with mostly cloudy skies and still hanging on to those rain showers till about midnight. Then conditions will clear heading into Wednesday, and Wednesday looking like a nice day, a little bit cooler and closer to where we should be for this time of year. Here's a look at that First Alert 7 10-day forecast with, like I mentioned, those mostly sunny skies, slightly cooler temperatures for Wednesday. Then warming things up Thursday ahead of another system that will bring more rain chances and cooler temperatures back to the forecast heading into the weekend. Sunday, though, looking rather nice, 68 degrees with sunny skies, quiet conditions. But overall, we are going to be continuing to see some rain for our Tuesday, with even maybe a rumble of thunder or two.
Sawyer, thank you very much. News in our community now. A new fast food concept coming to Odessa, and it's bringing with it sliders and milkshakes. Take a look. The concept features a unique design and major restaurant experience behind it. Small Sliders is setting up shop here at the intersection of 56th and Faudree, bringing that unique dining experience here. Small Sliders is already open in Midland. Odessa will soon come afterwards with cheeseburgers, seasoned waffle fries, milkshakes, and a bright orange shipping container called a can. The plan is to open more than 20 locations across West Texas over the next 5 years and neighboring states. The company also says they've selected the Boys and Girls Club of the Permian Basin as its local community partner. The Salvation Army announced the winner of the First Responder Red Kettle Challenge yesterday. For the past 3 years, the Salvation Army has held this friendly competition between Midland Fire and police, and even Midland IC Crime Stoppers. And for the past couple of years as well, they've been able to go through these different agencies and raise a lot of money, and the Midland Fire Department's come out on top every single year.
It was just neat to be out there, seeing people just in everyday life, being able to collect money for charity and do something good. Feels pretty cool to beat the cops.
This year, the fire department has surprised the other two agencies over the 3 times amount, raising over $2,300. Both Midland Police and Crime Stoppers each raised over $700 in their kettles.
It's a major fundraiser for us to help support the different programs we have, whether it be Shelter or Feed the Homeless. We also have the document program, several different programs that we have throughout the year that we would not be able to have if it weren't for the donations we receive in the Red Kettles.
The Salvation Army will even use every cent to help community members in need, and it stays right here in our community. For the latest news, log on anytime to our website, firstalert7.com. And a reminder, Wake Up West Texas Extra streams every weekday morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on the First Alert 7 Facebook page, YouTube channel, as well as our mobile news app and our website. Make it a great Tuesday. It's not Wednesday, it's Tuesday. Be sure to catch the news at noon with Jacob Brandenburg and Sawyer McElroy. Have a great day. What a fun show we had here on Wake Up West Texas Extra on this Tuesday. Probably my favorite one so far.
Hopefully you enjoyed our antics, our lore drop. It was a little rough today, especially the second hour, but hopefully you enjoyed it. And of course, tell your friends, share it on Facebook.
Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. That's right. Come join us.
Tell your neighbors.
Yeah.
Tag them.
Come have a conversation.
Join us coming up tomorrow for Wake Up West Texas Extra.
That's right. Thanks for streaming with us. Make it a great Tuesday.